All right. Welcome to the Rush of Fear podcast, where we are covering Universal Orlando's premier scare event, Halloween Horror Nights, for our sister podcast, the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Tonight, it is a little special event tonight because we are live together, all three of us in the same room recording. Yay! I can't believe it. It's so cool. So tonight, we are going to go over our just kind of wrap up of the whole event because it's over. Sad face. And let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
All right, guys. So as I said, we are coming to you, all three of us, quote unquote, live because we're live in person together, but not live to you.
I could boot both of you.
Do it.
Ooh. Oh, love it. So the booper was Maddie. Hi. And the one with the deep voice is Kenneth.
Hello.
Whoa, sexy. All right, guys. So
We are full. We are fed.
we just ate at a wonderful steakhouse.
We have wined and dined.
Well, Maddie has. Well, no, you had a beer.
I had a beer.
Maddie had a glow cube, tequila with glow cube.
Beard and deered.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So let's hope we get through the night quickly before it's, 2 a.m. All right, guys. So let's hop into this and kind of see how our house list may have changed. We're not going to bore you with all the details. We're just going to kind of give you some of the things that might have changed because Maddie and Kenneth definitely have attended the event a lot since the last time we recorded. I've attended it one other time with an RIP tour, but we'll talk about that later. So, Maddie, do you have any obvious... Do you want to just go through your whole list and kind of tell us what your changes were?
Absolutely.
All right. So, yes, my list went through quite a bit of a change throughout the event. As we all know, Puppet was so near and dear to my heart before even going through it. But we'll start at number 10 because number 10 and number 9 haven't changed along with number 8. Number 10 for me ended up being Texas. Didn't really enjoy it. That's okay. Carrie was my number 9. Tooth was my number 8. Hill House was my number 7. Beetlejuice went up to number 6. Number 5 ended up being Wicked Growth. Number 4, Puppet Theater. Number 3, Bride of Frankenstein. Number 2, Case Files. And number 1, the best of the best, Icons. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think for me, Texas, Carrie, and Tooth never really... Tooth I went through last year. Texas never really impressed me. I think I only ended up doing it twice. Carrie was good, but it never really... I don't know. Like, I never was like, oh, what should we do now? Carrie. I would... they did a great job. I enjoyed the sets and everything, the characters did a great job, but it didn't really hold my attention like the other ones did. Tooth was cute. I enjoyed it, but there were things to me that did a better job. Hill House was good. It wasn't what I wanted it to be, which I think definitely knocked it down on my list for me, but it is what it is. I liked what they did with it. Beetlejuice went up for me. I really enjoyed how fun it was, and I think... I don't know. I think seeing the scare actors just have such a good time with it each time was very fun for me. Wicked Growth was fantastic. Puppet was fantastic. Bride holds such a special place in my heart. Case Files went up for me so much. I really, really fell in love with Case Files, and then Icons has just been... It was fun getting to collect all of the icons on the throne.
Did you get to see them all?
So by the end, I'd seen Usher 3 times on the throne, Director 2 times, Jack 5 times, wow. Storyteller 2 times, Chance just once, and it...
From what I hear, she only had one set each night. At least that's what my RIP tour guide told me.
Yeah, so Jack was on the throne for the first, I think, 2 or 3 sets of the night. And then after that, the rest of them just rotated.
I think it switched around more than that because I went through middle of the night and saw Jack many times. There was a while, there was like 4 or 5 walks in a row that I did that I only ever saw Jack.
Yeah. I don't know, it was weird. And then Lady Luck I saw twice. And Caretaker I saw once. The Chance on the Throne I actually got to know after that original time.
That's right.
And the last night that I went to the event, we waited in line specifically for her set. But then something happened and we got to the end and I was like so excited. And then I look up and it's Storyteller and I'm like, huh? I like looked at my watch. I like looked at the set times. I was like, we're not wrong. And I messaged her. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, no. I'm like, oh my God. It was a whole thing. But like, I mean, Storyteller was on the throne. So like I got to see her another time. So Lady Luck I saw twice and Caretaker I saw once. But yeah.
Cool.
I never got to see Caretaker or Storyteller or Lady Luck on the throne.
They were good. Lady Luck was good. I heard that Caretaker, though, on his last set up on the throne, there was someone like who tweeted it and he like took off his hat and like bowed as they were
Cool.
by. I know. And then on the last night of the event, Jack, like the roaming Jack, was on the throne with his megaphone. There's a photo. But the funniest part of the photo is that he's in the Jack facial covering that they sold last year. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, I'm sure they had to do that. So,
Right.
yeah.
That's so cool. Awesome. So, Kenneth,
Yes.
enlighten us as to how your list has changed.
Well, I don't remember what my list was when we did it last time, but I don't think it changed much, to be honest. I'm looking at where the top 4 is real rough. I mean, it's hard to order them, but from bottom to top, I have at number 10, Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. At number 9, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. At number 8, Welcome to Scary. At 7, Beetlejuice. At number 6, Puppet Theater. Number 5, Bride of Frankenstein Lives. And then I know number 1 is what I have. And then the 3 below it are
Interchangeable, huh?
really interchangeable because I feel like they all deserve to be number 2 in different ways.
2.1, 2.2.
So the 3-way tie for number 2 is Case Files, Icons Captured, and Haunting of Hill House. I never had a bad walk through Haunting of Hill House.
Really?
Yeah, every single time.
I needed to go through more with you then because I feel like every time I went through the house, for me, unfortunately, it got like worse and worse and worse.
Really?
Yeah, my last walkthrough, I was not on a cast change, and I saw maybe 4 scare actors. It was wild. It was wild. I don't know what happened. It was middle of the night. It was not a cast change because we had literally watched the cast change happen 5 minutes before walking into the house, and there was one tall man. There was the watch guy, like the clock maker or whatever, and then like 2 or 3 flapper ladies, and then the pregnant lady. And that was it. Like Mom wasn't there her 2 times. I didn't see a single bent neck lady. It was very odd. Yeah, I don't know.
My last walkthrough of that house, I think the only scare I didn't see was the first flapper lady that opens the window in the hallway. I think that's the only one I missed. I got to see Theo, saw both Nels, saw Mr. Smiley, saw everybody. Everybody was there. The gang's all here, and it was great.
Gang's all here.
But yeah, number 1 is Wicked Growth, which is how I ended my event. We walked, me and a group of friends all just kind of waited outside the entrance to Wicked Growth until like 1:58. And then like went and got in line and walked through the house and it was just a walking ovation through the whole house. The lattice scare skeleton just fully crying as we walked by, like just like hands in his like face in his hands, just weeping because we also walked through behind the ops team who like just got bumped out for the last time.
Yes.
And so like the whole crew of ops walked in front of us and we went behind them. So they're all cheering. They all know all the people in the house.
Yay,
And then we're behind them just like, we love everyone here. We love you. This is the best house. And it was, other than the time that like my Insidious cast walked through as the final guests through cast B, because I was cast A and cast B closed it. And so we like got in line. Once we saw that the line had closed, we went under the rope so that we could be the last ones through. And people were like jumping on the couches and like dancing and like swinging arms and, you know, like do-si-do and stuff. And then like the cast, and this is not what you're supposed to do. And I think the statute of limitations has expired on this. But like our coordinator was like, once the line ended and passed a boo hole, she'd be like, come on, come with us. And so then like each character would just like leave their boo hole and walk through the rest of the house. Which then the like tech team got very mad because they're like, you all left your robes in there. Like there's like so much stuff that was just like left in the house that like we don't know who it belongs to, and like they got mad. But that was the best house walkthrough, and then this Wicked Growth now is like the second best time I've ever had in a house ever.
We did that at Nightingale's. So I closed the event for 29 in Nightingale's, and so you walk into Nightingale's, there was the first chicken scare outside, then there was the first gladiator on your right, and then I was the first Nightingale on your left. So I was like beginning of the house, right? And they did the exact same thing. So DJ, our coordinator, who was a friend that I knew like before, from Mardi Gras, he was the last like official person. And so Teresa, who was the first Nightingale, and then my gladiator, who was also an alternate like I was, and DJ kept, come on, let's go. And I grabbed my water bottle and my extra chicken hand because I wasn't wearing it. It was my trigger hand, and I didn't want a chicken hand because I just kept it on the trigger, whatever. Yeah. So I did my final scare at DJ, and then we like hopped in line and we're bopping through. And part of us, because we called each other that like we were chickens. We were not nightingales, we were chickens. So we were doing the chicken dance as we went through. And it was like a Congo line of chickens and gladiators, like cheering on the other chickens and gladiators. It was a weird moment, but it was great. Yeah. It's the best. It was so fun, but I understand.
And I imagine, Michelle, that your list didn't change at all because you didn't get to go as many times.
Rub it in. My God.
Okay, before though, did you see that they moved Little Boo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They moved him.
I think people were being a little aggressive with Little Boo.
Oh,
I don't think that's what it was. I don't think it was in response to anything. I think it was preemptive. I think Little Boo was getting too famous, and they were like, somebody's going to do something to him. We need to remove him out of reach.
Fair.
Also, like I kind of know the ASM of that, or like he might have been the actual stage manager of the house. And apparently he was like, we just did it to mess with people. We want
Little Boo's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, well apparently Little Boo has been a pumpkin at the event for a while now.
Trick or treat scare zone.
Yeah, and this is the first time that people, he was in a tree. It was a lot darker. He was up higher. But I really hope that Little Boo turns into Earl the Squirrel of Horror Nights, because I think that would be so stinking cute.
That would be.
People love Little Boo, and he would make such a cute little mascot. He already has a Twitter account.
Yeah. And I think it might have been today, Universal tweeted like who would win in a fight, Earl the Squirrel or Lil Boo.
Lil Boo. Earl the Squirrel's too nice.
Lil Boo is so scared though.
He's so cute though.
Oh my God, you guys are so crazy. So you guys have made it so that I now feel like I need to be at HHN on closing night just so that I can be like, I can walk through my like favorite house and clap.
Even if it's not like the end of the night, just walking through a house and you know it's the last time you're going to go through it, and you walk through and you're not even like trying to get scares. You're just going through and like just showing each character, we appreciate you and the job you're doing. You throw up your heart hands, you blow kisses, you clap.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will still just stay in character and do their scare, but probably an even amount will break character and just be like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's really, really great. And like, I have never closed the event in a scare zone because like for 28, I closed at the last Academy of Villains. And then for 29, I closed in Nightingales. But I love the videos of closing scare zone moments because it warms my heart. The video of the Killer Clowns closing moment.
there.
Oh my
I was in Killer Clowns when it closed, and it was the biggest party in the world.
So cool. But the one from, I haven't seen any yet. I also haven't been on social media at all in the past 2 days, really. But the one from Seek and Destroy, the closing moment of Seek and Destroy was so flippin' cool. But I haven't seen any from Haction, and I really wanted to see a closing moment from Haction because they were all really, really. I did see though that Eddie and Jack hugged.
Aww.
And it was
Cool.
let me hold on. Let me find. It was so cute. My phone's gonna die, but it's okay.
You know the listeners can't see the picture, right?
I know, but you can see.
Okay.
it. And I don't have to send it over the interwebs. So
while
you keep talking. Yeah,
while
yeah.
she is looking for that, I'm going to quickly give my list. I as well don't remember. I think it was pretty similar to what it is now, honestly. I did go one more time, but it was on an RIP tour, and so I did get to experience. So I did get to experience the houses a lot that
I
night.
usually mute myself when I say things like that.
I will say that was it Sonia Miranda?
Yes.
Did invite me and Matt.
Yeah.
We did get invited to join in on an RIP tour. I think it was a private one too.
Yeah,
But
it was. I booked it for it.
but she was going on a night that our passes were blocked out, and
We couldn't go.
so
But like a million thanks for thinking of us.
Yeah,
because that
it's a-
So nice, Sonia.
offer was so
Yeah.
generous.
She's the best.
I found it. Look at the brothers.
Aw.
Look at him.
Oh,
Look at him. Look at his butt.
Oh my God.
Wait, look at her.
wait, do I know that?
I thought it was Aaron for a second when I first looked at it, but it's not.
No, it's not.
No, I don't know that person. Okay,
No.
that's very funny. You got to share that on the Rush Instagram or
Okay.
something.
That's hilarious. All right. So my list is starting from the bottom up would be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then Scary, Ohio, and then Beetlejuice. I never had a good walkthrough of Beetlejuice, ever. There was like every time I went through, there were maybe 5 scare actors. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think I got to a certain point with Beetlejuice that I stopped caring about that, and it was just like, I'm just going to enjoy what is here.
I mean, I did.
Attitude towards it.
I did,
Yeah.
but because of that, it's towards the bottom of my list. I didn't expect it to be scary in the first place, but
Right.
when you know there is supposed to be somebody there and it's not, there's just like a blank space.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It also helped, like, I took a few people who had never been to Horror Nights or, like, it was their first night, and when we went through Beetlejuice, they all came out like, that was the best one. And I'm like, if you say so, like, I guess there must be something to this, you know? And then, like, you go through it again, and you're like, I guess this is fun, you know? Because, like, you got to turn off the critical brain and just be like, just take it for
For what it is. Yeah, so our tour guide, we had literally about 30 minutes left of our time, and they were like, so do you want to end the night with Beetlejuice or end the night with Hill House? And I was like, Hill House, thank you.
Yeah.
So we did Beetlejuice just because I wanted to end on a high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so-
makes sense, though.
All right, so Beetlejuice was number 10, 9, 8. Sorry, guys, case files. But I didn't get to do it much. I did it twice.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So
It had a rough lifespan.
It did.
They had a rough time in that house this year, I think, just like staffing wise and operationally, but I loved it.
I loved it. Every, and I tweeted this every single time I went through the house too. Every single time that first Boris Schuster tipped his hat at me, I kid you not, I was like, that's it, I'm into men. Yeah. And then I would get out and I'd be like, huh? But also, he's so dreamy. He's so dreamy. But the last time I went through, I was with my friend Hallie, and I had told her about this going in too. And the first Boris Schuster, he pops out, and the people in front of us stopped, and I was like, oh, this is it. This is gonna be the moment. And I'm like, Hallie. And he does his whole gun thing, and he like whips in his trench coat, whoop, right? And he tips his hat, and I was like, yay! And then he just goes, and I was like, oh my God. I didn't need it, but I loved it. And then
I'm taking notes right
the second Boris Schuster too, I was like, he was an alternate. He had to be an alternate because I had never seen him specifically as the Boris. And he does his whole thing, and he's all, oh my gosh, did you see that? And I was like, oh my God, I did. And you. Like, but I think the thing for Case Files, I think the thing that made me love it more was seeing everyone else love it. Like Sterling's Twitter, every time they talked about Case Files, I was like, yes, I love it so much more now. And like seeing all of the unmasking the horror pictures of it also made me love it even more. It was so good.
Yeah, and see, I feel like that is a house that you needed to go through a lot to get it.
Yeah.
And to be able to pick up on all of those little details. So
Yeah.
going through it twice, I loved the Kitty Cat Club.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
But the rest, I just didn't experience it enough.
I made sure to read, I made sure to remember what Post-it notes and things I had read before, so that each time I went through it, I would make sure to focus on a different Post-it note and keep
Oh, yeah.
reading. But,
I wish they would let you take your time through that house
yeah,
instead of pushing you through. But
if only.
anyway, while Maddie goes to take a hot shower because she needs to calm herself down, I'm going to continue my list.
For my girlfriend's parents don't listen to this episode.
So next on my list is Tooth Fairy. I liked it, but there's others I liked more. And just while I'm speaking of Tooth Fairy, my RIP tour guide gave us a little insight on that house.
Ooh.
It's her favorite house because, and she said it's such a minute detail, but it's really cool that somebody thought to do it. So in the house, in the scene where it's the bed and it's the man and the woman laying in the bed together, if you look on the nightstand, there is
you told me this.
there's a man's pocket watch, and what was the other item? A pocket watch and I don't remember. A monocle
Yes, the monocle.
on the nightstand. It's obviously the man of the house's, because he's sleeping on that side of the bed. Later on in the house, you go through the maid's quarters, and that same monocle, the same monocle and pocket watch are on her nightstand. Oh. So it totally is
The tea
affair.
hot.
Yep. Nobody would pick up on that.
No.
And that was totally unnecessary, but cool.
Yeah.
Also, the grandfather clock that is in one of the rooms, I don't remember which room it was, but the grandfather clock that is in one of the rooms of Tooth Fairy is the oldest prop in Halloween Horror Nights. And it has been in a house every single year since the original year of the event.
What?
How cool.
Yeah.
And that grandfather clock is the pocket watch's grandfather.
Oh my
It's
God.
Little Boo and Gourd Lord.
Lord. Okay. Just above Tooth Fairy is Bride of Frankenstein. Again, I liked it, but there's more I liked more. And the next four are fairly interchangeable. Hill House. It was good. I enjoyed it. The last night I was there doing it, I definitely enjoyed it more than my first experience of it. And then Puppet, and then Icons, and then Wicked Growth. Yeah. Wicked Growth, it was a hard decision between Wicked Growth and Icons, but Icons, I believe, is probably people's favorite house only if they're true HHN fanatics, whereas Wicked Growth is enjoyable by everyone.
Yeah, I had to have the conversation with myself, I think, with Icons, because even though it still is my number one, I was always writing between Icons and Bride as my number one. But I had to keep reminding myself that Icons is my favorite simply because this is my first time seeing everyone. And that for me was a very big moment. But like, if you really just break the house down, it's not the best house.
No.
And after I realized that, I went through the house just having a good time. I wasn't, they each have their rooms, sure. They're very small rooms. It kind of just, it is what it is. But it's not the best, like, what's the word? Like, designed house.
Yeah.
No, it's very hodgepodge. Although I did get one of my best scares in that house, believe it or not, and it was simply because I wasn't paying attention.
There you go.
So because I had my back turned, I was looking for Chance because, she's my favorite and I just love her. So I was looking for Chance, not even realizing that Fear was up there.
Yeah.
And so I turned back around to start to talk to my friend, and he has his like long finger things literally right in my face.
Yeah.
And I screamed like a little girly girl and dropped to the floor. I was like, that was good because he knew I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was not really a scary house, but it was so good to watch, especially the ushers section.
Yeah.
I love that whole, it was fun, but wicked growth.
The moments you got in that house, because they knew those scare actors were really good. The hard cast ones were really good because they knew that they had your attention and they knew that you were paying attention to them. So they really got to play with you in the moment that you were walking past. Like my favorite was the caretaker in that scene where he has the dead body in front of him. Cause like you would round the corner and, there was one, I'd never remember which set it was, but he would always lunge out with his clippers and get you. And then you'd make it past that little blind corner where the vinyl was there. And he would, if he saw that you were still focusing on him and like waiting for it, he would come across and like clip at it was so good. Yeah. It was so good. But, and I also really loved like seeing the pictures from Unmasking the Horror from that house and then trying so hard to find those things that I saw in the pictures, like while going through so I could like see it myself. Like Eddie's door.
Yeah.
I never noticed that before the Unmasking the Horror pictures.
Someone pointed it out to me when I was walking through once. I think Gary might have. He was like, Eddie on the door. The one thing that I know I saw or heard talked about from an unmasking tour that I never actually spotted is somewhere in, I think, the caretaker's, one of his rooms, there's a bottle of pills that are the pills from 2007's Nightmare on Elm Street house, which the premise of that was you're taking a new sleeping medicine, and when it puts you under, then Freddy is able to attack you in your nightmares. And it's like called, I don't remember what it was called, the medicine, but there was a bottle of it in the Icon's house in one of the caretaker's rooms.
Very fun. The little tiny room with the desk right before you go into the Jack area also had all the bags, like the evidence collection bags with like all of their props and stuff from the previous years. That was always super fun to look at.
So cool. Yeah, but wicked growth. I mean, it was just consistently
A fantastic house.
consistently awesome.
And there were never any holes in that house either.
If there were, they were well hidden.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of other houses, you could tell there was supposed to be somebody there, and that one you just couldn't. And it was just so beautiful. The storyline was cohesive. I loved it.
Did you ever see, Maddie, or I don't think it would have been working when the last time you went because it was broken for a lot of the run, but there was like on that bridge on the left-hand side, there was like a floating pumpkin head that would move back and forth.
No.
Yeah. And I think it broke after like the first weekend and didn't start working again until a few weeks ago. I always heard it described as a headless horseman character, but then I saw it and I was like, it's not a headless horseman, it's a horseless headman, because it's like literally just like a floating pumpkin head, like with nothing under it.
Oh, I love that.
That was like floating along the side of the bridge.
That's funny.
That's so cool. Yeah, so it was a great event, right, guys? I mean, no complaints other than the plexiglass. I think it was acceptable, right? But it definitely made the event more tolerable to those of us who are a little on the scared side. I was not scared this year. I was able to walk through all the houses with my eyes open, and really enjoy them and take the details in. And I was able to take my 10-year-old through the houses, which honestly, I don't know that I could have I don't know that I could have given her the experience that I did this year without that plexiglass, because she was able to enjoy it without feeling the full event, Yeah. And she loved it. She absolutely loved it and was like, Mama, can we go again? Mama, can I go next year? So yay, I did my mama job.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So that was probably one of my favorite moments from the years, just taking my 10-year-old and actually my wife too, because she hates theme parks. And I was like, but this is different. This isn't theme park. Yes, there's crowds, but I'm not going to make you like wait in crazy long lines. So we hit the Stay and Scream and hit a couple of houses like right off the bat, and she loved it. She thought it was awesome too, and would totally do the event again, which is rare. So that was amazing. And then also, I mean, if anybody ever has a chance to do an RIP tour, that's like the ultimate experience ever. It's just so catered. If it's a private, it's catered to you. If it's a non-private, it's a little bit different. But if you can do a private RIP tour, you literally get to just dictate your night. And you can do the houses as many times as you want to. You could literally do one house all night long if you wanted to. There was a moment where it was just Robin and I left in the tour. We started with 30 people, ended the night with 2 because everybody started dropping like flies. But there at the end, there was a moment where it was just me and Robin and our tour guide, and they literally we had to cross over a bunch of ropes, and there was a section where there was probably about 4 or 5 different lines converging. So they literally stop. They stopped everybody, dropped the ropes. We walked over the ropes, past all these, hundreds of people, and we were like, that felt kind of cool. So very cool experience. And thank you to Jim for allowing me to experience that with him. That was super cool. But yeah, what about you guys? Did you guys have any moments that stood out this year that you would like to share?
There was one night I went with a friend of mine who was in the cast for Invasion. And so the two of us planned a night to wear our Invasion cast and crew shirts and go and take a picture with the alien in the lights, camera, action zone. And once we did that, I was like, well, my night's done, Yeah. I mean, I think we only did 2 houses that night. Cause the rest of it was just we're just chilling. We did our Invasion reunion, and that was fun. And the last night, just kind of staring at the ice cream man for a good while and just being like, I can't believe that this has happened. Yeah. That this is here. And I don't know. I feel like most of my big moments were earlier in the run, and we may have already talked about them. Because nothing too big comes to mind, but
it stayed a consistently good event, right? Mm-hmm.
It did. It feels weird and this is what I told people who would ask me, how's Horror Nights? I want to go, and I would tell them it's an interesting year because I think everything at the event is good. Every single thing is good. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, the whole event doesn't feel as I don't know. I feel like 28 felt more. I don't know, and something about this year, maybe it's because of the built up anticipation with having skipped a year, that something about this year, even though everything was great, something about it felt a little disappointing is the wrong word, but it's the only thing that fits in this peg. I don't know, Yeah.
I understand. I think this year I didn't have the same full body gravitational pull I did to attend the event every single night. I think for me personally, it's because I had a lot of extracurriculars going on in my life. And I was like, I can't, like, within the time period of Horror Nights, I like finished one job at Disney, started training, and then got fully trained in to another job at Disney, moved, which was wild. Like went through like a second heartbreak, started dating someone else, like things were happening at home, more stuff was happening here. So like there was so much other stuff going on in my life that to me, driving all the way to Universal, parking, walking in, doing the event for a little bit of time, and then having to get home at a decent hour to then be functional for a 6:30 a.m. 10-hour shift. I was just kind of like, I don't have it in me.
Took over.
Yeah, I'm older now.
Little Maddie.
I hurt more. I can't. I know. Because like in 28, I would do Stay and Scream all the way to 2 a.m. and then wake up at 7 a.m. for a 10-hour lifeguard shift and be completely fine. And I did that 22, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. And I did that one night.
40.
I don't want to.
You're going to.
I don't want to. But I did that one night this year because I kind of indulged in some beveraginos, and all of my thoughts of going to bed went out the window. And I woke up the next morning for my 7 a.m. smuggler shift, and I was like,
That was bad.
that was a terrible choice. Like, I can't do it. But yeah, I don't know. I think just some of my favorite moments were the little interactions that I had with scare actors. And I think the best part of this year is I had no idea who any of them were. No idea who any of them were. So it wasn't like I was going through and like picking out friends that I knew from like outside the event, because I had no idea where anyone was, except for like very specific people that I only knew their spots. Right. But like I would have a cute little moment with like, I was walking through the Kitty Cat Club and I was like waiting for this one character to like do her bit, and she like did her bit and I was like, oh, yes. And she like looked at me and she's like, hi. I was like, oh my God, that's so fun. Like I don't know who you are, but yay. So I don't know. I like things like that. I only saw that Marathon of Mayhem. What did we see it twice?
Together?
Yeah. I only saw it when I was with you.
Oh, I saw it 9 times, I think. I have counts.
wow.
I have counts. Did you keep count of everything that you did? How many times you did things?
I did Marathon of Mayhem twice with you. And that is it. My sister and I didn't see it. I was like, do you want to go see it? She's like, nah. I was like, okay, sounds good to me. Like,
I did it only once, but let me just ask you guys, did you guys get to see the Nightmare Fuels like from center view? Did you?
Yes.
So do I not need to expand on what I'm about to say?
okay. Okay. All right. I saw Nightmare Fuel with you the one time.
She's pointing to Kenneth. They can't see you, honey.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not used to this. I'm used to being in my... I'm used to being in my room with my own hand motions and no one looking at me. Yeah. I usually have a cup of tea with me as well, but it's okay. So I saw it the first time with you, Kenneth, in terrible seats. That was my fault.
It wasn't.
And then I saw it after that. I think the only other time, so I saw it 2 more times after that, and they were both on the same night. I came with my friend Jules. Jules knew a ton of the dancers because they all worked together at SeaWorld. And so they got us the entertainment saved seats. Yes. And we were shooting the show.
So that's where I was too.
Yes. And so I was sitting, my knees were at the box, and I had my camera out with my long lens.
Did you have your dollar bills ready?
Oh my God. All I wanted was to shoot Dan, who was the aerial silk performer, and I'm shooting Dan, and I'm not focusing at what's going on the box. And all of a sudden, in the view of my lens, I kid you not, her could have touched the lens of my camera because it was fully extended out. So it was long, and she flips her butt up. And in my viewfinder, I was like, the f-? It was just like a butt crack. And I was like, oh no. Okay, hold this because I have to do the motion. Okay, so I'm shooting, that happens, and I just slowly put my camera down onto my lap, and I looked the performer dead in the eyes, and I was like, good job. And then I just sat there, and I was like, I don't know what to do now. And I look at Jules, and she's looking at me because she'd shot the show from that spot before. And she looks at me, and I'm just like, what do I do? And she's like, don't look it directly in the eyes. I do it all the time. And I was like, okay. And so I'm trying to like move around her to like shoot Dan and the other dancers. It's impossible. Yeah. I couldn't.
No, she was waving that kitty around all over the place.
It was one of the most. I kid you not. I was just trying not to like look at it because I was like,
but there's nowhere else to look without being obvious that you're trying not to look, right?
I'm trying to look her in the eyes, and I was like,
but she looks
weird.
right back at
I
you.
know. And so does it. It was a good show though. It was a good show.
You don't have anything to say.
Not really.
That was it.
Okay.
It's like, I liked it. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I thought it was a cool show. I saw it, I think 5 times total.
From that perspective?
Not from that perspective. I never sat there. No, not there. I got pretty close. Like I sat on the aisle next to the center. From pretty good. I mean, I saw it with really good views, like all but 2 times.
Oh, good Lord.
Let me see. I don't think it's super interesting to say how many times I did every single house. My most visited house was Case Files, and I did that 15 times. Nice. My least visited house was Tooth Fairy, and I think I did that 5 times.
My least was Texas at 3, and then which even that was a lot. Texas at 3, and then Icons and Bride is tied with the next being Case. Texas though, I got.
Wait, how many times was most? You said which houses it was, but not what the number was.
Oh, they're little tallies.
Oh, okay.
No. I can't count
That's fair. That's fine.
Quite a few.
My record for most walks through a house, I believe, is Slaughter Cinema. I think I did like 38 times.
Nice.
Because
Well deserved.
well, yeah, and my girlfriend at the time was in that house, and so like I would go through the first set 3 times, and then move on to the rest of my event.
Understand.
And I mean, I might have done that anyway. When she got moved into that house, I was like, well, now I have a great reason to just do this house over and over and over again as much as I want to, but now it's not as weird.
Fair enough. I think my Slaughter is high up there for being one of the most, or like the most that I'd gone through, but I think Depths was the one I went through, like out of everything from all however many years, like however many, it's only been 4. I think Depths was the most that I went through because it always had such a short wait, and I really did enjoy it.
That one.
It was so fun, but I think I went through it about 50 times in the event. But my most doing anything was 28 Academy of Villains. I went to that show almost 113 times.
Oh, so good. So good.
I hate myself now for it, but like, yeah, it was a good show.
Wow. And I think the last thing I want to talk about for this year is, I don't know that there's like specific moments that stand out, but more just the overall getting to meet so many people that I've met online, because I feel like I've never really been as much a part of the like online Horror Nights community as I have been this year. And a lot of that comes from just like my band, you know, starting to get a lot more recognition within that community this year. And so now people care who I am.
Oh my God, is that Kenneth from Pangolin?
That happens, and it's weird. Somebody on the last night while I was waiting to go in Wicked was like, "Hey, you're famous," and I was like, "Are you talking to me?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, I'm not. What are you talking about?" I don't know who she was. I don't know who she was, and I like tweeted about it to try to see if they would identify themselves, and no one has, and so I'm just like, okay, I don't know who that is.
It's an odd moment. It's an odd moment because it happens to me, not as much this year because I was not as like out there with my photography, but in years past, like after I took that one photo of Stacey D in An Arcade, and then Mike Aiello tweeted it and tagged me in it, I would have the same thing. People would come up to me and I'd be like in a scare zone shooting, and they'd be like, "Are you? We don't know how to say your name."
And you're like, "Yes, that's me."
I'm like, "Yep, that's me." Blank photography starts with an O. Yeah, that's me. And they're like, "That photo," and I was like, "I know. Thank you. It means a lot." Hi, what's your name? Yeah. They'd tell me like their name and their Instagram. I'd be like, "Great, make sure you like send me a DM so like I can follow you," and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's a weird thing.
I feel like this event is going to be super memorable, just less because of the actual event itself and more just the community surrounding it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think we've recorded since before the Family Ghouls show, but like my band made a whole like theme park show with a script and costumes and villain character and rear projection backgrounds and everything. Yeah. And we sold out Will's Pub. Mike Aiello came to the show. Like, it was so insane. And
who knows? Maybe we'll see your band at HHN.
Yeah, like stranger things have happened. But the fact that like that was so much a part of this year's event, and I mean, this month has been the most, because we just played a huge festival in Gainesville like 3 days ago as of recording. So like start of October to end of October was like my band's most like important month of our life as a band. And it all lived right in the middle of Horror Nights 30. Yeah. Horror Nights 30. Yeah.
2021.
Yeah. So like, I think that, and like just all the people who we've met. And I also got to see a lot of local smaller haunts this year, like Sir Henry's, Petrified Forest, Hallow Scream at SeaWorld that we went to. That was pretty cool. I got to go one more time as well. And
you guys went to some other one of the haunts.
Yes, I went to the Haunted Road.
Is that the one that invited us?
Yeah, they invited Rush of Fear. I should have done an episode about it, even though I was the only one that went. It was they told us what the night before.
Yeah. They were like,
something like that.
Hey. And you and I both were like, "Oh God." And it was your birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, "We will try our darndest."
Yeah.
And then like communication got crossed, and I didn't think I was going to get my ER from work to make it in time. And you were at the Volcano Bay event for your actual birthday. And I ended up going. Here's the thing though, my car is a piece of shit. And so for the thing, you have to drive your car through this hayfield, this farm. I don't know where I was. I called Kenneth. I was like, "Kenneth, I'm going to get murdered. I can't find the entrance." Yeah. There was no sign. They did a great job. I'm not like ratting on them or anything, but I was so lost. I was like, my GPS says I'm here. There's no sign. I don't know where I am. There's no street lights. There's a cow across the street. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, well, the directions clearly say make a right at the cow.
Yeah. I know. I was also still in my Galaxy's Edge uniform.
Yeah. If I had gone, we would have been together in a bathing suit and Galaxy's Edge. cost.
But like you had to, when you parked at the different spots, like the show spots, you had to like turn your radio to a certain frequency, kind of like how people do the Christmas lights and you turn it and they do the thing. And then you had to keep your car on, but turn your headlights off. Guess what my car doesn't do? Any of those things. Any of those. My radio doesn't work.
And you couldn't turn your lights
And I can't turn my lights off.
Oh my God, so what happened?
I had to turn my car off. Every time we parked, I made sure I pulled up to the same family that was in the car next to me because I made a deal with them that the first time we parked, they were still having people pull in behind me or like next to me, but they had already figured their crap out. So the first time I like had my window rolled down and I was like waving at them. And she finally rolls her window down and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "My car is a really crappy car, as you can see by the duct tape on the side of my car. Can I listen to your radio?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah." So I spent the entire event hung over, like out of my window, listening to their radio. It was ridiculous.
All right, guys. Well, it was a great event.
The scare zones were good too.
Scare zones were great.
Eh,
And
I liked them.
eh. I liked Haction. That was about it.
Haction was very, very good.
I gotta say, being on a first name basis with the controller is awesome. I would be walking by and he'd just be like, "Kenneth." And I'm like, "Oh, yes, the controller. Hello. Good to see you again." He's like, "How was your night?" I'm like, It's good. Thank you. How was your night?" "Terrible. People are annoying." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. I like that they kept adding victims. Every time I went through, I felt like there was more victims, which was very fun.
True.
TV was good, but I always felt so bad for the friends in the Terror Queen zone. Just because it was such a small zone and it was so dark and like I understood what they were going for, but like that Marathon of Mayhem show just ruined it. It really, really did. It was hard. It was really hard for them. And like
Vikings said the same thing.
Yeah.
With the first marathon.
Vikings was really hard. As someone who was in that zone, it was a tough time. But yeah, no, Haction did a great job. The 30 Fears zone was really good. I don't know.
I liked the zones, yeah.
Moving forward to next year, I hope that things are even more normal.
Yeah.
I hope that the plexiglass goes away. I hope that the scare actors are able to interact more. I hope they're able to get in our faces a little bit more and interact like they were before COVID hit. I think that is the only difference. It was a great year, like you were saying, Kenneth. It's a great year, but there was just something off. And for me, it was just that disconnect, although it was all good. But can you imagine how good it all would have been without all the COVID measures?
I think this year, too, the plexiglass, on the pro side of the plexiglass, as someone who did unfortunately have not great situations as a scare actor in a house, like, I think the plexiglass definitely saved a lot of scare actors this year from a lot of physical interactions with guests, like negative physical interactions, which is fantastic. And I wish there was a better way to make sure that that didn't happen without the plexiglass, just from a guest perspective, like, and the reflection of it and like seeing the plexiglass there and knowing that a boo hole is there because of it. I wish there was a better balance in that aspect, but yeah, I mean, it is, we know why it was there. It was only a topic of conversation, I feel like, for when they did finally announce that they were going to have plexiglass, and everyone was like, rioting. But yeah, I mean, the one thing, and I was talking to my friend Hallie about it too, the one thing I'm interested to see is like, where do we go from here? Like theme-wise, house-wise, scares home, like what is next? Like we've hit the big 30. Everyone came together. Like this was the momentous occasion. But what's next? Because like when you watch like all the history videos of Horror Nights, they section everything off into like the eras. So there's like the beginning era, and then there's the icon era, and then there's the IP era. And now we had this like weird kind of like notch in the middle of just like, hey, happy anniversary. Here's everything that you guys have been asking for literally years. We got the Scary Ohio house where we had every, all of those things that had Scary Ohio in it. We had the scare zone that had all of our favorite people in it. We had the front scare zone with the fire and the vintage costumes and everything. So like, where does the event go from here? Like, what IPs can we pull for next year? Do we need as many IPs as we've had in the past at a single event, or can we spread it out?
I think this year proved that we don't need as many IPs.
I think so too.
For sure.
I think so too. But at the same time, I'm very worried that after this year, they're just going to go down the hole of like, okay, what's come out in the past year that we can pull into the event, because it's going to be Stranger Things 4. It's going to be this Michael Myers movie that just came out, which like, I'm so sorry, but I am so tired of the Michael Myers franchise. Like,
I think we're going to see Bly Manor. I think we might see Squid Games.
Is that a horror show?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's gory. It's not necessarily scary, but it's definitely gory.
I haven't watched it, but it seems I haven't watched it yet, but it seems like from what I can see, it might make a good scare zone. It feels like an outdoor thing, right?
I didn't think about Scare Zone. I don't know. I think it'd make a good house.
I think Fear Street would be very fun too. I think that would be very much like
all Netflix next year.
Yeah.
All Netflix. Everything we've talked about is Netflix.
The next era is just all
The
Netflix.
Netflix era.
Yeah.
I'm ready for them to create some new original stuff. Like, all the stuff that you just mentioned, like all the historical stuff. All right, well, let's come up with some new ideas that become
I want a new
historical
icon.
stuff.
Like I want us to add more icons to our rotating list. I think there's plenty of ideas out there for different icons. We can totally keep adding to the Scary Ohio like subset of things that happen in that godforsaken town. More puppet theater type things, more Wicked Growth type things.
Yeah.
This year I do agree was like so original heavy, and it was so fun.
It was.
Didn't have like Texas was my least gone through. I literally they did a great job, but I literally could have cared less. But the originals are just so fun.
Yep.
I don't know.
Awesome. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
That's your contribution? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kenneth is crashing on us, so.
I told you that espresso would not keep me up.
I know. You were right.
And I know at one point somebody commented on something on our social media asking like, is this show defunct in the meantime without Horror Nights happening? I don't think it will be. I feel like we'll find things to talk about and come back and talk about every now and then throughout the year. It might not be like a super regular schedule, but I don't think
Very crazy lives. As you've seen throughout the HHN run, we did unfortunately dip a little bit, but
we have some more history episodes to do too.
Oh, that's true.
So many more history episodes to do.
So
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
yeah, we'll still be around. So stay tuned, and we'll be back.
We will. So for all of you guys who like to hear Halloween stuff year round, we got you covered. I think that will do it for this episode, number 15. Closing out the year, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope to see you next year in the fog. Until next time, for more content, be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/rushoffear and follow us on Instagram at rush.of.fear. And if you need to book any vacations to Universal Orlando Resort, Disney, or anywhere else in the world, reach out to Mouse and Muggle Travel Company and we will take care of you. And you better start following Mr. Pangolin over there because he's becoming super famous.
Mr. Pangolin.
So now's your chance to meet the man.
At Pangolin FL.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, everyone. And for now, the podcast has come to an end.
Now get out.